great. But those things are positive. You know, we're all taking responsibility. They wanted to take responsibility as a group. Thought that was great. Always positive when we have good conversations. Those things are helpful.
What was practice like today?
Practice was competitive. Getting back to our basics, our fundamentals. Good practice.
You asked players to look in the mirror with their off day. Did you feel like you got the response you wanted?
You do one thing at a time, and that's what we could control today. We did a great job today, and we'll move on to tomorrow.
You mentioned before the season you wanted to improve the turnover rate. How has that gone so far?
Inconsistent games where we're pretty good at it, but that's something we got to impact more. That's something we got to get better at for sure.
In times like this, is a road trip a good thing to reconnect between all of you, going and stay 1 week all together?
Yeah, I think you look at everything, take advantage of everything you have, be together on the road. It's always good. Spend a lot of time with each other, but we're going to take our culture wherever we go. It could be home, on the road, and print how we want to play, and that's what we're going to get back to.
I want to read out this J.J. Redick quote to you and just get your reaction. One of the biggest problems in terms of defense is young teams using modern NBA concepts, the amount of movement and actions that you have to guard on one possession, and they're playing at a 103, 104, 105 pace that's really taxing. How do you try and get a young team to master advanced defensive concepts while playing at a high pace?
I have no response to that. It's not, I don't worry about what someone else thinks or someone else says. We worry about what we can control and what we can get better at. Defense is hard in the NBA, for sure. It's hard for any age team. Doesn't matter. Age is not an excuse I will ever use because I don't actually believe in that. We're here to get better at it. We got a whole year to do that, and we're going to keep digging into the details on how to do that, and that's our response. That's how we get after things here.
How big is the jump in the advancement of concepts between college and even overseas level compared to the NBA?
It's mostly an advancement of the players in this league. The players are really good. That's the biggest thing.
How is Alex's anticipation on defense improved now that he's in his second season?
Seeing things, recognizing things quicker, processing things faster, understanding what we're doing better. That just goes with experience and having that corporate knowledge of things that we've done here for a while.
And is the return of Bilal Coulibaly a good news for your defense?
Terrific just to have him back on the court. Obviously, he's one of our best defenders. Always brings a positive impact on that part of the game, but it's nice to see him back on the court.
When you guys see down the floor, whether it's because of transition, a cross match, that you have some level of mismatch when you're on defense, what are the factors that go into how you want to address that, whether it's coming with a double or trying to swap someone out of the switch, that kind of thing?
You had some good basketball watching the last couple of days. You get some basketball things in there today.
I rewatched the Nets game like 3 times.
Okay, there you go. You always want to take care of problems. There's multiple ways. I'm not going to get into all the stuff that you can do to solve problems when you get cross-match in transition or you get switched onto the wrong guy. You always just want to help your teammates, communicate things out, fix things. I'm not going to get into all the details on that.
One thing that multiple players talked about in the Brooklyn game was the communication not being there. I think CJ said it doesn't really matter what you call as long as you call something. How do you get players to communicate more when they're on the court? Is it just getting them to slow down and remember to do it?
Communication is the most important thing, one of the most important parts of any team, defensively and offensively. It's on both ends. When we're good, we've been pretty good at it. We can communicate at a high level. We were not where we should have been the other night. We all acknowledge that, and that's what we were back here focusing on today. But communication is a huge part of defense.
When players aren't communicating, is it a focus thing? Is it just the game's moving so fast that they forget? What are the main reasons you see that players don't?
It can be a variety of reasons. It's not usually just one thing.
What did you notice in the Brooklyn game?
Just that we just weren't connected with that side of the ball. Our focus level, our communication level was not as great. Sometimes it was okay. We started the game actually really well. So actually it's not all true. Like parts of the game were really good. We were up 16-10. They felt us. Our communication was pretty high. And then we just kind of slowly dissipated after that. And that's kind of how we lost the lead.
I think in that game, the starting group ended with a positive plus-minus. What have you liked about that quintet to start the year?
That group's been pretty good. I think we've had good starts to the year. Some of that group's played together for a little bit. Obviously, Chris adding CJ in here, and now we're adding Bilal back into the mix. They're still learning each other. It's still very early in the season for all lineups, but I've been pleased with the starts. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's something I made an emphasis that I can get to more. like with my passing abilities and the guys that we have in the team that can catch them.
Is that something where, like, just accuracy on the lob, is that something you worked on and have gotten better at over the last few years?
I don't know if you can necessarily work. It's really just practice, like just doing it with these guys. I don't really practice. We could practice it more just to be more connected on it, but it's just more of an emphasis, not really practicing.
What have you noticed about Alex's growth as a rim protector year over year?
Well, I've only known him for a year and a half for real, but I think it's just as expected. Like he's been doing it. I've been seeing him doing it since I met him, so I don't know if it's necessarily gotten better or worse. I know he's continually to protect the rim now.
Are you starting to get good feel with the second unit? Like you're doing good with them? The second unit substitutions.
Who is this?
French journalist, man.
What's good? What's
Yeah,
up,
sorry,
bro?
man. Nice to meet you.
What you said, getting good with the second unit?
Yeah.
I like those. Or no, I feel like we're getting better. We're going to work on getting better with that second unit. It's really just defensively. You just got to get stops.
Okay. And as a point guard, how much responsibilities do you have about the state of the team? Like
You said responsibilities? Really keeping everyone together and connected. Like obviously, it's no secret we're going through a tough time. So it's really just trying to, not really much on the court things, because obviously all of us are talented. It's just really trying to keep us together. Like that's probably my main responsibility, just keeping us all connected.
Yeah. What's 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏 like as a vet?
Bags is great. I love Bags. He's a good vet. He knows how to be a leader as well as a center. Like centers might not really be known for like leading as much, but he's a great leader as a center, great vocal leader. And I like Bags.
Has anything about your approach to the game changed from year one to year two?
I would say just a little bit more technical, maybe. Like the game's obviously a lot more cut and dry when you try to get in the thick of it. So really just trying to be more intentional on what I do and how I do it on the court.
Can you give an example of how you try and be more intentional on the court?
Like instead of like last year trying to just be the best basketball player, now I'm trying to be the best point guard, for example, or something like that. Whatever the team needs at that moment, that's what I'm trying to do instead of just going out there and playing.
You've taken a lot more shots this year in that kind of like 4 to 14 feet range. Is that an area where you feel like you can make some impact?
Yeah, for sure. Easier shot. I think I can get to it as well. Like, my emphasis is getting in the paint, so I can get in the paint. Obviously, I can get in the paint and pass, but I can get in the paint and score. I'm that much more of a threat.
How do you guys hope to respond from the last game?
How do we hope to respond? Win. We're trying to win. Yeah.
Is there something like you think you guys need to correct specifically?
Rebounds. We need to up our rebounding more for sure.
What is?
Oh, go ahead. Get one more.
Yeah, a year ago to now, what feels different for you about when you're running pick and rolls for this offense?
The game's starting to slow down a little bit more. I'm knowing how to get my bigs more involved, like you mentioned earlier with the lobs and things like that. So really just being more efficient in pick and roll. Make sure we're not just getting a good shot, but we're scoring every time.
Guys, one more?
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing in the NBA you've seen so far this season?
Coolest thing.
Cool schematic things, another thing that you can't others doing that you're like, that's cool.
I hate to say this for real, but this is the first thing that came to my mind. When the Spurs just ran an out of bounds play and they just threw it up and the guy just turned around and dunked it. That was probably the wildest thing I've seen this year.
You good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope everybody watched the game yesterday because it was not us, so we had to watch it and feel bad for ourselves because it was bad, really bad. So yeah, I think everybody did it actually because we talked and everybody was like, yeah, we got to be better and all that stuff. So today was a real practice. We really played, we went hard, and that's what we needed.
Why was this loss more frustrating than another loss?
It was just we were not competing. It was bad from the jump. The whole game, they were getting whatever they wanted to get. So yeah, it was just no competition.
With the Michael Porter Jr. back cuts, I know that it looks like that's something.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's something that really stood out to you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we talked about it before the game, and it happened like 7 times in the game. So this can't happen.
What have you noticed about Alex as a rim protector this year compared to last year, and maybe how he's anticipating better?
He's been a lot better. I'd say last year was probably a little scared to get dunked on and stuff like that, but this year he doesn't care. So he just goes at it every time, and he does a great job. Yeah.
You tried 2 posters early in the Nets game, and then got 2 posters later on. It seems like you've made a real emphasis on trying to dunk the ball a little bit more this year. Has that been a point of emphasis for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's easier when you dunk it because the ball goes straight in. So, Yeah, I'm trying to.
What's Marvin Bagley like as a vet?
He's great. He's great. We know we had that talk between us in the locker room, and he was talking a lot. He talked a lot to us about his past, whatever he saw in the NBA and all that stuff. So, yeah, he really talk to the guys and tell the guys that don't get used to losing and stuff like that. We got to be better than that, and we're all great players, so we got to be really good.
Is it common for him to speak up like that?
It is. Yeah, he does a great job in practice. He's really vocal. In game too, so yeah, whenever he plays, he doesn't play, he doesn't care, he's just out there with us.
Other than him, who were the most vocal guys in that meeting?
In that team, I'd say probably CJ. CJ talks a lot about what he's been through, and he just talks a lot. But yeah, I'd say CJ.